All right, it is Monday, April 21st at 6 PM. We'll call our meeting to order. Start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Next, we'll have the roll call.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Collister.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Englinger.
Yes.
Bennett. Yes.
Okay, next is approval of tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Collister, seconded by Bennett. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Collister.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Englinger.
Yes.
Bennett. Yes. Simonson.
Yes.
All right, next, public participation. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the council? Anybody on Zoom? Okay. Next, presentations, and we have none. Item 7 is a public hearing, and it is a public hearing regarding the proposed FY 2025-2026 budget and capital improvement plan. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I don't have a ton of comment to add after the several meetings Finance and Personnel Committee have had. Our tax levy hearing that we had last meeting and had some open discussion on, but as I've stated before, we have a lot of obligation to the state to separate out these events so that the public is invited and welcome to provide comment on these things, and we still have not. And Missy and I were just chatting here about the state reporting forms and her experience and seemingly how good the internal controls are and how well we've done as a council here the last several years and before then too. I think it's a balanced budget. Our general fund reserve sits at about 1.6, 1.7 on our general fund, and that's well above the 25% marker. So I think we feel comfortable with what's presented, and the public has had a lot of opportunity to provide input on this, and the council members have too throughout this process. So it's a process that I love. I enjoy reporting on in a strategic way, and if any of you or the public have questions, please reach out to our office.
Motion to close public hearing if there's no comment.
Okay, we got a motion to close. Seconded by Lyon. With no discussion, take the roll.
Lyon.
Yes.
Collister.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Englinger.
Yes.
Bennett. Yes. Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Okay, item 8 is our consent agenda. Do we have a motion to go to consent agenda with the minutes of the April 7th, 2024 regular city council meeting and the special city council meeting? Bills payable through April 21st, 2025 in the amount of $606,230. March financial reports, reappointment of Sara Davenport to the Civil Service Commission, renewal of a Class C retail alcohol license filed by La Casa Pancho, renewal of a Class B retail alcohol license filed by Punky's Cash to Cans or Cans to Cash, Class C renewal of a retail liquor license filed by Maquoketa Fine Arts Center, and the renewal of a Class E retail alcohol license filed by Hy-Vee Dollar Fresh.
So moved.
Motion by Collister,
Second.
seconded by Rickroll. And if we have no discussion, take the roll.
Collister.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Englinger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item 10 is new business, and we start off with an ordinance adopting Chapter 99A Utility Improvement Fund of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Maquoketa, Iowa, and this is the first reading.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is new business for you and one of the more featured items on this agenda. So, and I hope that this writing is crystal clear to you all, but we have a water revenue bond that's retiring. The payments will no longer be due the next fiscal year. So, Public Works Committee and Finance and Personnel Committee, we've each talked about this need to repair underground utilities in our streets, and our street improvement plan so far, everything we've done has avoided the bad areas in town, and everywhere's bad. And Jen knows where the worst of the worst are, and Jeff Bodenhofer and Jen, who helped build the street improvement plan, flagged out and marked the neighborhoods in the very common break areas, and it was true to character last season. And we're in a position now where we've kind of discovered a pathway for the council to execute some pretty significant local neighborhood underground utility work plus street improvements while keeping the cost impact neutral, meaning continuing that fee. And so Missy and Teresa in our office, we've effectively measured a revenue source and a bond financing that would put a $2.4 million underground and street project into local neighborhoods. And still yet, that doesn't hit the worst of the worst areas of town, not all of them. So there's 3 target streets involved with this, and to help scope some of the work, the city's engineer, John and Jen and I were walking the area last week, and I asked Jen if Jeff Bodenhofer had any input on some of the questions here or where we're going with this, and he was in full support of this. And we really think this is a smart, intelligent way to approach another project that puts the city in a good position of caring for assets long-term. It's just, I do want to communicate to you that starting in July, the language on that utility bill will be some version of utility revenue bond fee, but still be the same exact amount that residents are experiencing now. These areas that I'm referring to that have bad underground mains or that should be repaired are marked out in our street improvement plan by flags. There's a few exhibits with that, so we can't control all of them where they're at. Obviously, you just have one on East Maple Street with new asphalt, and that's really unfortunate, but we try to avoid that intentionally. Jen, myself, John would be happy to field any questions on this about what this is and what we're heading into here.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Colister, seconded by Lyon. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, we go to item B, which is a resolution approving the city budget and capital improvement plan for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Motion by Colister, seconded by Bennett. Any discussion here? Then take the roll.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item C is a resolution setting a public hearing for May 5th, 2025 at 6 p.m. on proposed sale of real estate generally described as a portion of parcel 146-181-940-102300, also known as 1015 East Platt Street. It's approximately 166,272 square feet in size, and it's going to Verla R. Beck in the amount no greater than $1.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Colister, seconded by Bennett, excuse me, seconded by Bennett. Any discussion here? Then take the roll.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Okay, that one passes. Item B is a resolution setting a public hearing for May 5th, 2025 at 6 p.m. on the proposed purchase of real estate generally described as a portion of a parcel 145-181-940-02900. It's approximately 140,440 square feet in size in the amount not greater than $1.
So moved.
Motion by Colister, seconded by Rickrell. Any discussion here? And take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item E is a resolution setting a public hearing for May 5th, 2025 at 6 p.m. regarding financial year 2024 and 2025 budget amendment number 1.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Bennett. Any discussion? Then take the roll.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, that one passes. Item F is a resolution setting a public hearing for May 5th, 2025 at 6 PM for $2,400,000 general obligation capital loan.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickroll. Any discussion? Then take the roll.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item G is a resolution approving a financial agreement with Maquoketa Betterment Corporation for Glovic Park, for the Glovic Park project.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Bennett. Any discussion here? Then take the roll.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, that one passes. Item H is a resolution approving change order number 2, an increase in the amount of $44,118.55 for the Destination Iowa Prairie Creek project.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Bennett. We have any discussion? Then take the roll.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, that one passes. Item I is a resolution accepting a bid in the amount of $13,630 submitted by County Line Concrete for curb and gutter reconstruction.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Bennett. And if we have no discussion, take the roll.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Okay, that one passes. Item J is a discussion, possible motion, authorizing payment to KE Flatwork in the amount of $13,647.50 for storm pipe cleanup service.
So moved.
Motion by Colister, seconded by Alinger.
Hey, Mayor, real quick,
Go ahead.
give Jan a breath here.
Okay.
You know, this one, it's tough to describe this in the last few months because we thought this might run 40 or 50. That was kind of the initial numbers. It's also kind of tough to describe what this work may have looked like for someone inside this pipe for 2 weeks cleaning this out. So we ended up well below estimate. It's still kind of rough down there looking, so there's some cleanup that needs to occur. I don't know if any of you are on your walks or have been ventured down there, but that's all cleaned out and re-supported with a lot of concrete block at this point. So it's still being cleaned up. Just wanted to maybe fully explain that this was not part of the project, not observed during kind of the engineering scope, and 90% plugged, and it was in the need category for us to move on to do this.
Are they gonna be cleaning that out by machine or by hand?
They already have.
Oh, there
It's
you go.
completed.
All right. All right, well, we have a motion, we have a second. If there's anything else, then take the roll.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Okay, that one passes. Item K is a discussion and possible motion approving total payment to Maquoketa Municipal Electric Utility in the amount of $27,640.83 for construction services related to a stormwater levee improvement project.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickroll. Any discussion? Then take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Okay, that one passes. Item L, discussion and possible motion approving contract with Glass Heritage for the library storm window project in the amount of $25,465.
So moved.
Motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Colister. Any discussion here? Then take the roll.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Aliger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. And item M is a discussion and possible motion authorizing payment number 1 to Glass Heritage in the amount of $6,366.25.
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
Lyon, seconded by Rickrell. Any discussion? Then take the roll.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colwood.
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Okay, we make it to item 11. That's reports and communications. Do we have anybody on the council have anything to report?
I don't have anything to report, but I was coming into town the other day, and I noticed how outdated our state qualifier and our state championship signs are coming from the north and the south of town. So I was kind of hoping to maybe start a discussion or maybe look forward to maybe do a collaboration with the school to redo the signs, recognize some of the state qualifiers along with the state champions. They're kind of faded and kind of need to be redone. So I don't know, maybe we can start those discussions and maybe even take some bids on it. But that's all I really got.
Okay,
We can look into that.
Thank you.
city manager?
Yeah, well, we also need some new champions and qualifiers too, so make sure you tell the school.
I think that high school girls team's gonna go back, I think,
Yeah.
this next year. I'm
There
pretty
you go.
sure. but-
There's
Call it a hunch, but I
There's a
don't know.
shoe-in. Email over the weekend from McClure Engineering, and John's been out at the airport several times. That project, that runway extension's well underway at this point. And so I had a change order email over the weekend for a whopping $60 on a multi-million-dollar project, and I told them to go, thinking we didn't need to wait for $60. That doesn't really follow the policy, but I thought I'd inform you of it. The Public Works Committee assigned me $10,000 change limit with the levy in the wastewater treatment plant. I don't have that by resolution yet. We can introduce that at a later time, but just want to let you know that $60, I told them to get moving on it to get the airport back open, so we're open back up in July. Apparently, they're gonna get that done in 20 less working days, and it should be open July 1st as long as everything holds, so. Just wanted to self-report that to you in case there's any confusion at a later time. Otherwise, I have nothing, and John's been pretty busy with the Main and Summit and responding to street conditions there.
How is the Main and Summit project going?
Real good. They just started tearing out today. All the utilities got moved. That's thankful that all that happened, so
Okay,
it's on its way.
on schedule?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Anybody else have anything to add?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Alinger. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Adjourned.